Hi, Warren McCarty, host of MPIF, and we're going one-on-one with Chris Perez, phenomenal athlete at River Road High School here in Amarillo, Texas, four-sport star for 4 years. Chris, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you, Warren?
Good. A lot of people have followed you throughout the Texas Panhandle because whether it's football season, basketball season, baseball, track, we keep seeing that name, Chris Perez, Chris Perez, Chris Perez. What do people not know about you? We see all this, what you do athletically, but what are your interests outside of athletics?
Basically, I do enjoy school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not the best student, but I enjoy going to school most of the time.
Most of the time.
No, studying it, I feel like it comes to me easily most of the time. Some subjects easier than others. Other than sports, a lot of people don't know I'm a father. I'm 18 years old, and a lot of people would frown upon that. And myself, when it came to me, I thought it was over, but it's great now.
Talk to me about that process of becoming a teen father. You kind of get the shocking news, Chris, you're going to be a daddy. Time and time again in American society, we see young guys get a girl pregnant and they bolt.
Right.
They leave. You chose not only to be a teen father, but to stay with your girlfriend,
Right.
but also to continue playing sports. A lot of guys do the right thing in terms of taking care of their family,
Right.
but they leave the extracurricular aside and just go to work.
Right.
You work, you play all these sports, and you're a father and a spouse. How long did it take for you to make that decision of, this is an addition to my life, but I'm not going to change?
To tell you the truth, Warren, it didn't take any time at all. When I first heard, as any young teen, having the success I had, I thought it was gonna crumble for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of support. Amber is my fiance, basically. Her family is great. They take me in just like I was one of their own, and it helped me through. Because sports it's what I love, and I can't imagine with anything without it. So when I heard the news and all the support, it didn't take any time. I knew that I was going to continue school. That wasn't no doubt in my mind. Sports, for a second, I thought, I might need to end it and, just go ahead and take care of my family. But, I just have, I have a passion for it. And, that's the way, an easy way for me to get to college. And just like, all the support her family said, you need to continue on, doing what you love. And, I feel like the best thing for me is going to be the best thing for them in the long run. So, when the news came, it was easy for me because I grew up without a father figure. I have a lot of male role models in my life.
Sure.
But that one-on-one, father relationship, I never had that. And so, for me to leave, I know what it caused, for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I most definitely wasn't going to do that.
You mentioned not having the relationship with your father. Take me through the thought process of, like you said, not wanting to bolt, not wanting to leave, and not wanting to do, basically, reenact what happened with you and your father.
Right.
Is there a relationship there now, or no?
Not really, not at all. Last time I seen him was this year, my last game, my senior year in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and it was tough for me because he came down here, not in the right state of mind, and it was real tough for me. I figured, because he was doing better, because he lives in Florida, so it's a long ways away.
Right.
And I figured when he came down here, he'd keep a clean head straight, and it'd be great. But it was totally opposite. And so I haven't talked to him since, and that's basically this way it's been since I've been growing up.
That provide any closure for you, though?
Definitely, knowing that he's probably not going to change, and it's not me to make him change.
Right.
It's not my responsibility.
Right.
And if he wants to change, that's great. But other than that, I feel like I don't need to talk to him about anything.
You mentioned that there's been other male role models in your life. I know just through conversations that we've had that Coach Brian Welps has been a tremendous influence on you. He played college football, came from a small town. How much of an impact has he had on you off the field? obviously coaching sports and making you a starter as a true freshman never happens in the state of Texas. I mean, that's really rare. But off the field, what's your relationship been like with Coach Welps? Because he's an intense linebacker type guy. That's his background. Probably not, the kind of guy that every kid says, that's one of my best friends. But what's your relationship like with him outside of football?
I feel like Coach Welps, outside of sports, is basically just like a father-son relationship. Like I said before, I've never had that, one-on-one, dad experience. But Coach Welps gives me as much as he can. I know he would do anything for me. I could call him any hours of the night, anything I need, and he'd be there.
What is your summertime like? As I reflect back, think about when I was 18 and playing high school football in Texas, and even now more so because of the internet and television and shows like this, where there's so much more media exposure than when I was playing in the early 90s. But I reflect back to my time and think about, wow, our whole world revolved around what was going to go down on Friday nights. What is your summertime like, being a father and having to earn money and also being an elite athlete on the field?
I try to train, work out as much as possible during the summers. I do work with my stepfather, has his own construction business, so I do work during the summer. Go to camps, such as your own, the combine and such. Helps athletes like us, which is great to get to the next level. And basically my summer just contains of, just working out, trying to hang out with friends as much as possible, because I do have a daughter and a family I need to take care of. So I work as much as possible and just train and try to, stay healthy and everything, and just take care of my family.
How do you keep yourself from wearing down? We hear pro athletes talk about it all the time, how much of a grind their sport is, and then trying to make up for lost family time during the off season. But you're playing football, baseball, basketball, running track, doing all these things, and being a full-time student, and trying to be a father, and trying to work and make some money as well. How do you keep yourself from burning out? What's the trick?
A lot of things, is always on my mind. With the family, that's a full-time job in its own. So sports to me is just something to get your head clear. You're by yourself. It is, most sports I play is a team sport, but for the most part, you just zone out and get yourself ready. And I feel like that's just a lot of time just to myself, and just to show that that a lot of support that I haven't had, because I have a lot of great support, but some of the the lost support that no one sees, just you can get it on your own.
3,000 plus yards rushing, almost 2,000 receiving, countless yards returning punts and kicks. Probably in the neighborhood of 6,000 career yards from scrimmage, plus playing defense, plus punting. 41.6 as a punter. Did you ever have any clue, like when you were young, playing youth football, that you would be one of the greatest football players that Texas Panhandle's ever produced?
Honestly, I never really thought about it. When I was when I was young, I started playing football real young, and all the kids I still play with, that's when we played, and I never thought about it until probably about my sophomore year. Starting varsity receiver, and doing just about whatever I wanted to, and doing whatever the team needed, and some people started talking to me, acknowledging that that I'm one of the better players on the field, because I've never had, like I said, I've never had a lot of male role models beside Coach Welps, and he's been at the college level, so I didn't know anything much about it.
You dominate on the field in football, all-state honors. You'll be all-state again this year when those honors come out. Basketball, baseball, track, you've excelled at those sports as well. What's your favorite? What is it that you love?
Football is definitely my favorite. I have a passion for the game. I just love the strategy, getting to beat people. Because I'm a competitor. I love to compete. So football is, and the contact. I like getting physical. So football is definitely my favorite. After that, it'd probably be baseball. Basketball, sometimes you just gotta, bite your tongue and just go on. And that's why I love football so much, because half the time you don't gotta bite your tongue. So, just get down. So,
okay. What's in your iPod before a game? What kind of music do you listen to?
A lot of Skillet. Okay. Like a lot of Skillet.
For those of us who don't know who Skillet is, what kind of
music
is
that?
It's a
Christian band.
It's country and western.
It's a Christian band, actually. If you didn't know it was a Christian band, you probably wouldn't acknowledge that they were, because a lot of the music is faithful, I guess you could say.
Right.
But it's kind of I don't know how to you wouldn't know it if you just didn't know whose skill it was, like you said, but it is a Christian band.
Okay. Any country and Western music?
Not much country and Western. I don't really like slow jams that much before a game.
All right. What about Coach Welps? What's he like before a game?
Coach Welps, he's pretty calm for the most part before the game.
Really?
For the most part, but right before the game, I guess you could say he gets fired up. He gets the team fired up, but for the most part, he's pretty calm until about 30 seconds into the game. Then you're going to see him getting fired up and taking off his headset quite a bit, yelling. But for the most part, he's pretty calm.